remodeled ATV loaded with sunscreen rolling onto one of India's most crowded beaches, and we're about to hand it all out to strangers for free. Most sunscreen brands launch with a studio photo shoot, a celebrity endorsement, and some Instagram reels. Swiss Beauty said, "Nah, let's take the sunscreen to the actual sun," and they called us. So we took their newly launched sunscreen range to Baga Beach in Goa. No studio lights, no professional models, just real people, real sun, and real-time results. We sampled over 5,000 people in 3 days, and I'm going to walk you through exactly how we pulled it off. From the strategy to the sand, every detail of how we turned the product launch into a beach takeover. Before we get into the execution, you need to understand what we were solving for. Swiss Beauty was launching a sunscreen range and they had two objectives. Objective 1, prove through application. There's a myth in skincare that high SPF sunscreen has to be heavy, greasy, and leaves a white cast. Swiss Beauty wanted to shatter that myth, and the way to do it isn't in a lab report or a studio video. It's on a beach in 35-degree heat with real people rubbing it on their skin and going, "Wait, this actually feels like nothing." Objective 2, real consumer feedback. Not a focus group in an AC room, not a survey form. Actual, unfiltered, on-camera reactions from people who just put the product on their skin 60 seconds ago. Swiss Beauty wanted to turn a product launch into a conversation. So the brief was, take the sunscreen to the toughest environment possible, prove it works in real time, and capture every honest reaction. Simple brief, but not simple to execute. Now, how do you make a sunscreen sampling campaign on a crowded beach stand out? You don't set up a boring booth with a table and a banner. You show up with something nobody expects. So we remodeled an ATV, a proper off-road quad bike, Powerland, big tires, built for sand. We wrapped it head to toe in Swiss Beauty's yellow branding, mounted branded boxes on the front and back, added a flag, and drove it straight onto Baga Beach. Now think about what this does. You're like on a beach chair, half asleep, and suddenly this bright yellow quad bike rolls past you with a flag and branded boxes. You have to look. You have to ask, what is that? That's the entire point. The vehicle itself was the hook. We didn't need to shout or chase people. The ATV attracted them, and here's what most brands miss. The vehicle wasn't just transport. It was a mobile billboard, a conversation starter, and a sampling station. The vehicle wasn't just transport. It was a mobile billboard, a conversation starter, and a sampling station all in one. Let that sink in. Phase 1 of execution. We didn't look for willing participants. We looked for sun-stressed beachgoers. People who were already feeling the heat, sweating, squinting, dealing with salt water and the midday sun. These are people who need sunscreen right now, not people casually browsing a shelf. This is a targeting insight that most sampling campaigns miss. You don't sample to people who are comfortable. You sample to people who have the problem your product solves at the exact moment they're feeling it. That's not marketing theory. That's 10 years of running activations across 30 plus cities. Phase 2, the application. And this is where it gets clever. We didn't just hand people a bottle and walk away. That's what most sampling campaigns do, and it's why most sampling campaigns are forgettable. Instead, we had them apply the sunscreen right there, on one side of their face or one arm. Let them feel the texture immediately. No white cast, no stickiness, lightweight, invisible. They could feel it in real time, and we could see it on their faces. That little moment of surprise when a product actually delivers on its promise. And while the product was sinking in, we hit them with what we call the Sun Smart Quiz. Quick questions like, do you know what PA plus clusters actually means? How much sunscreen is enough for your face? How often should you reapply? This did two things. It kept people engaged for longer than 10 seconds, and it positioned Swiss Beauty as a brand that educates, not just sells. Phase 3, the content engine. This is where the campaign went from sampling to storytelling. We had ATV mounted Vox Pop crews covering the entire activation. Cameras and phones on the ground, capturing the same raw reactions we were seeing. And here's why this matters. When people see a brand talking about its own product, they expect a sales pitch. But when they see an independent Vox Pop crew interviewing random strangers on the sand, that's social proof. That's believable. So we had our cameras, the Vox Pop crew's cameras, and the participants' own phones, because when someone puts a product on their skin and it genuinely surprises them, they pull out their phone. That's organic content for us. You can't buy that. That's 3 layers of content from a single interaction. Professional footage, Vox Pop coverage, and UGC, all from the same moment. Let me pull out the 4 reasons this campaign worked and why these principles apply to any product launch, not just sunscreen. Reason 1. Environment as proof. We didn't tell people the sunscreen was lightweight and invisible. We put them in a 35-degree heat on a beach and let them feel it. The environment was the product demo. You can't fake that in a studio. And every person who experienced it became a walking testimonial. Reason 2. The vehicle was the marketing. The ATV wasn't just how we got there, was the campaign itself. A bright yellow quad bike on a beach is a pattern in truck. Nobody expects it. Everyone notices it. The lesson. Your activation vehicle and your marketing vehicle can be the same thing. Think about what physical object in your campaign could do double duty. Reason 3. We turned sampling into a conversation. Most brands sample and run. Hand someone a packet, move on. We added the Sun Smart Wheels. We asked questions. We listened to answers. That extra 60 seconds of engagement turned a forgettable freebie into a memorable experience. Average sampling interaction, 5 seconds. Our average, over a minute. That's 12 times the engagement time. And reason 4, content was 3-dimensional. When you have professional footage, Vox Pop footage, and UGC all coming from the same campaign, you don't have one piece of content. You have a content live video. Swiss Beauty didn't walk away from Boa with a single recap video. They walked away with weeks of authentic, multi-format content for every platform. That's the afterlife we always talk about on this channel. So here's what I want you to take away from. Every brand has a product launch coming up. Most of them will do the same thing. Photo shoot, influencer reels, paid ads. And it will work. Sort of. It will get some impressions, some clicks, some forgettable engagement. But what if instead of telling people your product worked, you took it to the toughest environment possible, proved it? What if your launch wasn't an announcement but an experiment? One that your audience can watch, participate in, and judge for themselves. Swiss Beauty didn't announce a sunscreen. They pressure tested it in public on camera with 5,000 strangers as the jury. And the jury loved it. That's what marketing from the real world looks like. If this made you rethink how product launches should work, hit that subscribe button because we break down real campaign every week on this channel. The strategy, the execution, and the numbers behind them. Tell me in the comments, what's the most creative product sampling you've ever experienced? Or if you're a brand, what's the craziest place you'd want to test your product? I'm reading every single comment. And if you want to see how we've done this kind of thing before, we've got a video on what campaigns actually cost with real budgets, no BS. Linked right here. This is Gupshup, marketing from the real world. Sometimes literally from the page. So until then, keep the Gupshup going with Gupshup.